Ladies and gentlemen, let me talk to the ones who know what it feels like to struggle, to the ones who have cried silent tears, fought battles nobody saw, and carried weights that almost broke them. If that's you, I need you to hear me today. Hard places don't mean defeated places. Hard places don't mean finished places. Hard places don't mean forgotten places. Life has a way of taking you through some tough seasons, places so painful you wonder if you'll ever make it out. But let me remind you, this place is not your final destination. You may be in a storm, but the storm doesn't have the power to stop what God put inside you. Some of you are in a season where it feels like everything is pressing down on you. The weight of responsibility, the weight of disappointment, the weight of waiting. But let me tell you something. Pressure is the birthplace of power. You don't get strong in easy places. You don't grow in comfortable seasons. Diamonds don't form without pressure. Gold isn't refined without fire. So before you curse the struggle, understand that the pressure you feel is proof that something valuable is inside you. Now I need you to shift your mindset, because how you think in the hard place determines how you move through it. If you see it as the end, you'll stop walking. If you see it as the enemy, you'll run from the very thing that's making you stronger. But when you recognize that this moment is not breaking you, it's building you, your faith changes, your posture changes, your strength increases. And hear me on this. Opposition is a sign of opportunity. If you weren't carrying something great, the enemy wouldn't be fighting you so hard. Nobody attacks an empty vault. Nobody robs a house with nothing inside. The fact that you're going through this battle is proof that there is something in you worth fighting for. Don't you dare quit. The enemy wants to make you think this is where it ends, but I came to tell you this is where your next level begins. Some of you are waiting for the breakthrough, but let me tell you something. Breakthroughs are birthed in battles. There is no testimony without a test. There is no victory without a fight. And some of you have been saying, why is this so hard? It's because what's coming is so great. You don't fight small battles when a big blessing is on the other side. I know it's been tough. I know you've thought about giving up. But listen, faith and action unlock the exit door. You don't just wait for deliverance. You move toward it. You walk when you don't see the way. You step when you don't have all the answers. Because every step forward is a declaration. I refuse to die in this place. Somebody in this room feels stuck. Somebody feels like life has hit them so hard they don't have the strength to get up. But hear me. You will not die in this place. You will not stay in this valley. You will not let this battle break you, because on the other side of this fight, that's where your breakthrough is waiting. So stand up, shake off the doubt, square your shoulders, and walk through this hard place with the confidence that you are built for this. You are stronger than this, and you are coming out of this. Hard places are temporary, but your growth is permanent. It may not feel like it right now, but the struggle you are facing will not last forever. Storms don't stay, seasons don't remain the same. Just like the night eventually gives way to the morning, your hardship has an expiration date. But here's the key. What you learn, how you grow, and who you become in this process will stay with you long after the struggle is over. Too often, when we are in the middle of pain, we focus so much on the difficulty that we fail to recognize the transformation happening within us. Every challenge you endure is shaping you, refining you, and molding you into something stronger. The fire you are walking through right now is burning off the things that were never meant to stay attached to you. It is removing doubt, fear, weakness, and anything that cannot go with you to the next level. So don't let a temporary trial make you give up on a permanent transformation. This pain is passing, but your power is growing. The storm may come, but you will remain standing. And when you come out on the other side, you won't just be who you were before, you will be better, stronger, and ready for the next level. Pressure produces power. Nobody becomes great without going through something that tests them, stretches them, and pushes them beyond what they thought they could handle. The weight you feel pressing down on you is not there to crush you, it's there to create something stronger within you. Look at anything powerful in this world and you'll see that it was forged under intense pressure. Diamonds are not made in comfort. They are formed deep in the earth under extreme heat and crushing force. Gold doesn't become pure without being put through fire. Oil doesn't flow until the olive is pressed. You might feel like you are under more pressure than you can handle. You might feel like life is pressing down so hard that you are breaking. But hear me, you are not breaking down, you are breaking through. The weight you are carrying is not there to destroy you, it is there to strengthen you. What you are enduring is building the power you will need for the next season of your life. So don't run from the pressure. Don't despise the process. Because when the pressing is over, when the fire has passed, when the weight has lifted, you won't just survive. You will emerge stronger, wiser, and more powerful than you ever imagined. Your mindset determines your movement. The way you think in hard places will decide whether you rise above them or stay stuck in them. Life can put you in difficult situations, but your perspective will determine whether those situations break you or build you. You cannot control everything that happens to you, but you can control how you respond. Two people can go through the same storm. One comes out stronger and the other remains bitter. The difference is not in the storm, it is in the mindset. When you face obstacles, you have two choices. You can see them as walls that keep you from moving forward, or you can see them as challenges that strengthen you for what's next. If you believe your struggle is a dead end, you will stop trying. If you believe your pain is pointless, you will lose motivation. But if you can shift your perspective, if you can see your difficulty as part of the process, then you will keep moving even when it's hard. You will keep pressing forward because you know this moment is not the end, it's just a step on the journey. So what are you focusing on? Are you letting the pressure convince you that you are stuck? Are you letting the obstacles make you believe there's no way out? Or will you shift your perspective and recognize that this is not the end, this is your training ground? Your growth is in the way you think. Your movement is in the way you see your struggle. If you can shift your mindset, you can shift your future. Opposition is a sign of opportunity. If you're facing resistance, it's not because you're off track, it's because you're carrying something valuable. Nobody fights for what has no worth. Nobody tries to block someone who isn't going anywhere. The very fact that you're experiencing setbacks, obstacles, and even attacks is proof that there is something inside you that the enemy wants to stop. You don't break into an empty house. And you don't go after someone who has nothing to offer. The pressure, the adversity, the resistance. It's confirmation that you are on the verge of something greater. Look at history. Every great leader, every person who ever did something that mattered faced opposition. They were doubted, they were criticized, they were attacked. But what separated them from the rest is that they didn't let the opposition stop them. They understood that resistance was just proof that they were heading in the right direction. A plane only takes off against the wind. An athlete only builds muscle by pushing against weight. It is the very opposition that strengthens you, that prepares you for what's coming next. So instead of letting opposition discourage you, let it fuel you. Instead of backing down when you meet resistance, stand firm. You are too close to give up now. The breakthrough is right on the other side of this battle. And if you can endure the pressure, if you can keep pushing, if you refuse to let the resistance break you, you will walk into a season of victory greater than anything you've ever seen. Breakthroughs are birthed in battles. There is no victory without a fight, no progress without resistance, no success without struggle. Too often, people want the reward without the work, the testimony without the test, the triumph without the trial. But the reality is this: if you want to break through to a new level, you have to be willing to fight through the obstacles that stand in your way. Every major shift in your life will come with opposition. Every time you are about to step into something greater, there will be something trying to hold you back. But if you can push through the pressure, if you can endure the difficulty, you will walk into the breakthrough you've been waiting for. A seed doesn't break through the soil easily. It has to push against the dirt, press through the resistance, break through the surface before it reaches the light. If it stops pushing, it never grows. Your struggle is not in vain. Your battle is not pointless. You are pushing towards something greater, and if you don't stop, if you keep pressing, if you keep fighting, you will see the reward of everything you've been struggling for. So don't give up in the middle of the battle. Keep going, because your breakthrough is closer than you think. Faith and action unlock the exit door. Too many people are waiting for deliverance, waiting for the situation to change, waiting for the breakthrough to just happen. But hear me, breakthrough is not something you sit around and wait for. It's something you step into. You don't just wish for things to get better. You move toward what you believe. Faith without action is powerless. You can pray all day, but if you don't take a step, if you don't walk when God says walk, if you don't move when the opportunity comes, you will stay exactly where you are. Think about the Israelites when they stood before the Red Sea. They were trapped. Mountains on one side, the enemy behind them, and an impossible body of water in front of them. But when did the sea part? Not when they cried about it, not when they talked about how hard it was. The sea parted when they stepped forward in faith. Their movement activated the miracle. Some of you are waiting for God to move, but God is waiting for you to step. The exit door is in front of you, but it won't open until you walk toward it. You have been through hard places. You felt the weight of pressure, the sting of opposition, the frustration of waiting, and the exhaustion of fighting. But hear me, this is not where your story ends. Hard places may test you, but they cannot stop you. Pressure may push you, but it will not break you. The battle may be fierce, but breakthrough is on the other side. So stand tall, keep pushing, keep believing, keep walking, because the hard place is not your final destination. It's just a passageway to your next level. You are coming out of this stronger, wiser, and more powerful than ever before.